Did you know 50% you aren't subscribed? Hey, stop looking at my boxes. Leave her alone.
You're so good at my impersonation.
Don't you come in with a Buzz Lightyear outfit and you're like, oh.
I'm on top of the world.
Massive open world anime RPG cross-platform on both PC and mobile that features ultra fast-paced action combat, the ability to switch between 3 different weapons, a world absolutely rammed with puzzles, collectibles, hidden stories and treasure, as well as the ability to create your dream waifu or husbando with an extremely in-depth character customization suite. Other than being a shared open-world RPG, Tower of Fantasy features a fully voice-acted main story with anime-quality cutscenes, the ability to traverse the world via climbable walls, flying your jetpack, waterboard various mounts, or through unlocking teleports.
Did he just say waterboard various mounts? Dude, this game's metal as fuck. Torture your minions. What the fuck was that, bro? Yo, thank you for continuing that gifted sub. Waterboarding, fuck you. I'm like, huh? Bro, what the fuck? The CIA's taking gamers and turning them into soldiers, dude. Yeah, but hey, look, this game to me, I'm gonna be completely real. I love gacha games. We all know this. We all know I love gacha games. I played a lot of Ni no Kuni. Like, a lot of Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni was really cool, and I had a lot of fun with it, but there wasn't much gameplay, right? And the dailies kind of drove me nuts. Diablo Immortal was awful. Genshin Impact was fantastic as far as combat was concerned, but there wasn't enough endgame content to keep me interested over time. If Tower of Fantasy gives me good endgame, I'll probably be very happy. Rich, are you going to go full whale on this game? Yes.
Tower of Fantasy, the next big anime RPG that I'm sure all you weebs are itching to play and create your ideal waifu. Let's see if it's any good. Game starts with a cutscene, waifu with massive hair. Okay, action-packed start to the game, and this is where we choose between male or female. Let's be honest, 90% of people that play this game, they're going with the female option to play Waifu Simulator. So let's go with that, lazy waifu. WASD to move, you can double jump in this game. Shift is both a sprint and a dodge. Combat immediately feels super fast paced, and that's with just a left click and one ability. Buttery smooth animations, you can animation cancel with the dodge. You can climb walls in this game. You've got stamina though, so need to keep an eye on that.
It won't be as rare
It probably
anymore.
has something to do with what you're wearing, love. You can double jump and you can dodge in the air, and you can attack in the air and stay airbound for quite a while.
Sorry that they were...
with Awoken.
By the way, just to say, I'm sorry that my streams were rare for a while. I've just been on other people's streams, man. I've just been on other people's streams, which kind of caused a lot of it. I feel like I streamed more than I ever have this past month, but I've only been on my channel like 60 hours. So I'm sorry about that, but I came back to get everything set up here. I moved out of the New York apartment. Don't worry, I'll be here. Last New York City stream was epic though. Yo, thank you guys for being there for me for that one.
Into the bright, vibrant world of Tower of Fantasy. I love the colors straight away. This game also gives you pretty good control over the camera. You can use the mouse wheel to scroll right the way in and get a good look around if you like. It's not one of those fixed position games where your camera is locked to this distance behind your character, which I really like. There's a good boy over here greeting me as I've woken up.
I've never really realized before, but Lazy Peon kind of looks like Khal Drogo if Khal Drogo decided to go to an art school.
Hello, friend. Big giant tower in the distance. I guess that is the Tower of Fantasy over there, as the game's named after. Pretty cool start to the game.
This is Astra Shelter, area code HT501.
Voice acting's pretty good as well. Yeah, 10 minutes into the game and the first little lolly girl's popped out. So this is where I finally get to customize my character. 5 different starting presets, and I'm guessing we...
Bro, I am going to be so annoyed if they do like the Genshin Impact storytelling route where like I have to listen to like the most annoying character ever nonstop. Like Genshin Impact, anybody who's played Genshin will agree with me on this. Genshin had a fan-fucking-tastic world. It had fantastic story. Like, it was so fucking good. But the storytelling was shit. The world itself, the story itself, good. Storytelling, very bad. Which makes you almost never get into the game. Because for most people, they're not gonna watch a YouTube video or read a wiki to get the story. You know, they want good storytelling. Inazuma's story was good. I still think the storytelling was relatively weak, but I do agree it was good story. The world itself has great story. Yeah, the servers aren't live yet, guys. We got 2 hours until we can jump in here. Yeah, we got 2 hours. I'm very excited.
You can fine-tune it. Let's start with this one and customize it a bit. You've got 6 different base outfits to choose from, and you can fine-tune the colors on each outfit. Big old boob physics as you move your character left to right, bit of fan service, as well as a little jiggle every time a new outfit pops in.
I'm gonna have fun
Let's go with this one. And this is where waifu dress-up sim comes into play. There's a lot of hair customization in this game. So you've got front, middle, and back. Outfit does not match the hair. Choose another hair color. Oh, really? So I guess the hair is designed so it doesn't clip through the outfits, which is cool.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
If that's the case. So certain outfits can only use certain middle hair types. But yeah, this is the reason why 90% of people choose females in anime games like this. Waifu dress-up sim is strong. Character shape, body shape, big head, small head, a few different height sliders. You can also have headband, earphones, bunny ears. Facial features, so this is just a bunch of sliders. I don't really want to butcher my character though, but straight away, character customization, very good in this game. Nose sliders, mouth sliders, more accessories like tattoos and stuff. I don't like her eyeballs though, they're a little bit creepy. I'm happy with that, complete. Okay, time for some big damage. This might have one of the most fluid combat systems I've seen in a mobile/PC cross-platform RPG. It feels really fast-paced and responsive. Super impressed so far. Also, nice attention to detail with the world. When you run through the grass actually moves. Your character has hair physics. You can hit trees and there's a bit of audio-visual feedback there. It's little things like this that makes the world feel alive. We've just unlocked a jetpack, so tap 2 to use the jetpack. Well, the jetpack's cool. Just kind of boosts you up in the air. There's so many like little interactables throughout the world. Throw it at the chest.
Bro, it looks
okay,
like Genshin Impact,
another treasure chest. The world's like littered with little distractions that you're gonna run into as you're questing. I love that. What's this? A thorn vine set on fire. Okay, we need to find fire. Looking for fire. Oh, hello, convenient fire. I'm going to pick you up. Throw convenient fire over here, set fire to the thorns, and open this. And after many distractions, I've finally made it to my objective. Is this the map of the entire game? Seems big. Seems like a really good game for completionists, and if you look here, this tracks all of your progress. So in this one zone, Astra, there's 48 different...
I gotta keep it real, those puzzles look like shitty puzzles from Genshin Impact. That's what I'm nervous about right now. But the thing is all of that shit in Genshin Impact was good, but it was only good for so long, right? The thing that's actually important is what the end game looks like.
Supply pods, 5 different scenic points, 6 space rifts, 114 world exploration, like just running around the map I guess, and 3 ruins. So each of these maps are going to be absolutely littered with distractions and things that you can explore. What's this? I'm trying to do the quests, but I just keep coming across random things in the world and I have to interact with them. Found a water core, let's chuck it inside of this plant. Eat up, big boy. And now it's gonna puke up treasure for me. More exploration progress. Every time I see a mob, because the combat's so fun, I just want to attack it. Even if I don't need to, just attack it for the hell of it. I can already tell that people are gonna love this game. It's gonna be massively popular. Giant open worlds, anime graphics, nice art style. The gameplay feels buttery smooth, really fun. And there's just tons of things to get distracted with, and lots of like map completion. I love this slow-mo dodge system. Before an enemy attacks, You can slow down time if you dodged correctly, and it feels really satisfying. Dodge. There it is. Perfect. You go with
like the PvE better be good. Otherwise I won't enjoy it. Like so it's called Tower. So from what I understand, it's called Tower of Fantasy because there's a never-ending tower mode, right? Ebob said, if this is an MMO, why is everybody alone in every video? MMO, like, the MMO means literally fucking nothing now. Like, MMO, but, dude, fucking every single thing you play is an MMO now, right? So, this is also from closed beta, so there's, like, a lot of shit that can be happening there. But these games, honestly, like, an MMO can mean so many different things. You just need to interact with people at certain times. Like, for example, Lost Ark was an MMO, right? But it feels a lot different than, like, World of Warcraft did. So, I have no idea what that aspect of the game will actually be like. Wasn't there a clip with a rain and a bunch of people fighting? I haven't seen, like, anything. I saved it all for stream. Some people are saying that the PvE is not good. But my understanding is it's called Tower of Fantasy because it has a never-ending tower of PvE. That sounds fun as fuck to me.
the big damage and take him out. First proper little boss fight by the looks of it. Do my AoE spin, dodge. Pop big damage, that's cool. Combo, wait, is he dead already? You are already dead. NANI? Okay, so this is where the gacha system comes into play, and this game, the gacha is with weapons. Thunderous Halberd SR. Did I just get really lucky? Oh, okay, so there is gacha in the form of waifus as well. So gacha in this game does come in the form of weapons and heroes. Initially, I thought it was just weapons, but apparently the system simulates legendary warriors and uses that data to transmit it onto your character. This thing seems insanely strong. Let's upgrade it. Enhance, take that to level 3. Now my character looks completely different. But in the cutscenes, my character is still the character that is shown. Oh, okay, you can just teleport around the map. Okay, we're being raided by Ravagers. No problem, because I'm here to bring the damage.
Game looks fantastic.
Swap to your bow and shoot down the wings of the Ravagers. Okay, I've got a bow now.
The thing that looks bad is the puzzles. The combat looks really good.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of Fantasy. In today's video, we're going to be going through a beginner's guide for the game to get you pointed in the right direction for global launch. Now, the first thing that I want to mention is something that I see a lot of confusion about, and that is people calling the weapons by character names. I do this as well. Just know that in this game, you are mainly summoning for weapons, and you get the character as a skin when you get that weapon. Now, the skins do have a trait when you raise your bonding with them up.
Yeah, what up,
that is only effective in PvE modes. There is a little thing tied into that, but the main thing that you are summoning for is weapons. However, myself and many other people will refer to those weapons by the character that they come with, because it's just easier to say the character than the...
Oh, that's actually cool. So basically, you can use any single appearance that you want. Every weapon comes with a skin for your character, a little bit of backlore, but it's not like Genshin, where you're switching between the characters for your team. You're switching between the weapons, and the weapons probably have some interaction as well. Okay.
The weird weapon names that they have that are always too long to say. So that is the first thing, just to get you across the line, because a lot of people get confused with that. Next up, two key things for beginners are going to be the summon system and also the weapon combat system. Now, those are two very big topics, too big to put into a beginner's guide. I've done separate videos on both of those, so if you want to go deeper into the summon mechanics or deeper into the combat mechanics, I will have those two videos linked in the description, and you can jump in and go super deep into those. The next thing I want to jump into is basic movement. There's a couple basic movement tricks that are really going to help you when exploring the world. This is a game where you're going to follow the quest chain. There's going to be a lot of side quests and then a lot of exploring, collecting chests, collecting extra summons, which is nice, and all that stuff. So the first thing I want to look at is movement. So if we jump over here, you'll see that I am on this little mountain. So we do have a jetpack. You get your jetpack very early on, within like the first 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay. So
it's going to take me 4 days.
The jetpack's nice because you can stand still and you can use it, and it can get you a bit of height. But you only want to do that when you really need it. If you're just trying to climb a basic wall like this, a lot of the time, or if your jetpack's on cooldown, because it does have a cooldown, what you can do is you can just run up to the wall. I like to jump to engage, or you just walk up to the wall and you engage on the wall. Now, climbing up the walls normally is going to consume a lot of stamina, and you know, if you use all your stamina, you're just going to fall, and that's going to suck. So what you want to do instead is you want to run up to the wall, you want to engage in the wall, and then when you're ready, if we can find the... Hello, there it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to engage on the wall. Now, to climb basically infinitely, you're going to press Control, which releases you from the wall. And then you're going to go spacebar bar to double jump. And then you're going to hit W to move forward and connect back with the wall. You can do this on your phone as well. You just got to press the detach button, double jump, and then forward. But basically, it's going to look like this. You're going to go Control, double jump, forward. Control, double jump, forward. And that is pretty much all it is. And you can jump up walls pretty much infinitely. You can see you do use a tiny bit of stamina, but if you do it more optimally and only lightly tap the W, you can pretty much go infinite climbing up the tallest building. So that is a really handy thing for exploring and getting around the world. The next thing is jetpack. When you're trying to cross large distances, the jetpack's going to be your friend combined with dodging. So here I'm going to jump off, I'm going to double jump, I'm going to dodge, and then I'm going to jetpack. Then I'm going to dodge, jetpack, dodge, jetpack, dodge, jetpack. And I can pretty safely assume you get the rest of it. We're going to dodge, jetpack. And that's the way you cover larger distances.
Bro, what? You can move cancel even when you move? Dude, what? No shot they left that in by mistake. Dude, I mean, this game, this is its global release, right? So it's already been out for a while. But what the fuck? You can cancel your movement?
But it also makes you move faster when you're flying as well. So that is the basic strategy for getting around in the air as well. Now, the other thing is, if you are just using your jetpack from a standing start, for instance here, and I use my jetpack, I can then go ahead and do that dodge glide, but because you haven't jumped yet, you've got your second jump, so you can actually still dodge, jump, and then dodge, and then get your jetpack back out. So you do have a second jump. Just keep in mind, if you are using your jetpack and you jump, it's going to give you a little boost, but it's going to drain like half of your stamina. So it's not the greatest thing to do.
I'm going to keep it real. The movement looks way worse than Genshin. The overworld does not look as good as Genshin. To me, right now, with only watching videos. So that's one of the first things I'm going to be looking for. The Genshin world is super fucking buttery. It's really good. It's great to move around in. There's the right amount of shit to collect. There's the right amount of shit to do. Looks like an unpolished Genshin. To me, right now, I 100% agree. Like, this movement looks janky as fuck, but maybe, like, the mastery over, like, all of the canceling and shit like that will work really well. Rich, they don't have MiHoYo money? MiHoYo didn't have MiHoYo money until after Genshin Impact. It's not an excuse for making a good game or a bad game. The thing is, though, is I'm assuming that they focused on the combat, which I care about way more than the overworld.
Now, if you do find yourself stuck in water, keep in mind you can activate your jetboard from the water. So just go ahead and equip your jetboard while you're in the water.
Okay, Impact is already out. Yeah, I keep it real. They did not have nearly the budget that they had for their new projects that they did for Genshin. The Genshin team was originally very small. Most of their budget ended up going into advertising. Honkai was a very good game. I do agree. But based off of their budget, they did a lot with a little based off their budget. Now, ZZZ, I bet you they fucking poured so much money into that project.
Your jetboard, and then you can get yourself out of water if you are stuck. So that is a very helpful tool if you are getting stuck in water. Just jump off the jetboard.
I'm in the same place. I just don't want to say.
Don't burn out your stamina and go ahead and drown yourself. Just get on that jetboard. On the topic of movement and getting around, the next thing I want to do is just look at the map here. Now, waypoints are going to be important. Whenever you see one of these waypoints, they normally be grayed out if you haven't obtained them, like this one up the top here. If you go to them, you press F on them, you interact with them, and it is going to give you that waypoint so you can teleport to to them. Now, there's something added that I want to show you guys over here on these towers. So these are the Omnium Tower, Omnium Beacon, whatever you want to call them. But at the top of these things, there is going to be a little robot, and you've just got to speak to that robot whenever you get to a tower. You'll see that each of these zones has a tower. This one does here, and so on and so forth. And when you get to the top of those towers, if you click the robot, it's going to unveil the map. The first time I played through the game, I could not figure out why I progressed through most of the campaign and didn't have it. There's the little robot at the top of these towers, and you want to talk to him, and he will reveal the map like this.
I'm curious how much I can whale out. Like, I wonder if this is a game where right off the gates you can whale a shitload. The funny thing about Genshin was you couldn't whale that much at the beginning, right? Like, in Genshin, you could whale pretty heavily off of the standard banner, but it was kind of stupid too. It was, like, pretty stupid to whale that hard on the standard banner, right? Like, it made very little sense to do so. You really just wanted to whale on the main banner. Now, for this game, can you, like, go crazy on one weapon? Like, can you have one weapon go to, like... Can you have one weapon get 6 constellations? It's kind of my question. That's what I'm not sure about. I really do not know. You need 3 weapons. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying, do dupes do anything for you? Like, is it worth getting dupes? I imagine it's worth getting dupes for PvE, but not for PvP, because from, like, what I've seen for PvP is once you have one, you're good. So are dupes just for PvE?
Otherwise, it'll all be blued out like this. On top of that, as we zoom into the map, you can see all these different little huts around the place. Now, these are going to be huts that have enemies that you can defeat and actually get some loot from them, normally going to be summons. And if they are grayed out, it means you've already defeated them and claimed the loot. If it's like this one here, blue, it means I can go ahead and claim that. Or if it's got half a bar under it, it means there's 2 rewards and you've claimed 1. So those huts are a good way to just know where you've sort of explored and missed, and you can go back and do that sort of stuff. Now, these ones flashing here, these are going to be like training facilities where you do a bunch of different mini games, and those are going to be the key things. If you see something like this down here, this is going to be a raid boss. So that's where the world bosses are located, and that's where you're going to go group up with friends and, you know, try and smack them to get some loot. And that pretty much covers the map in its basic essence. The next thing I want to talk about is your priorities inside the game when you log in each day. Now, in general, your main priority is going to be doing things that reset daily or things that have a cap first if you are near the cap. Reason being, if you don't do them, obviously it's going to be wasted stuff that you could do. So that is going to be your number 1 priority. I will go through those in a sec. Then it's following the campaign. Now, on your first day or 2, your main priority is going to be following the campaign, because you need to do the campaign to unlock all these features. So early on, you really want to get that done, but then it becomes you want to do your daily stuff, followed by the campaign, followed by one-time stuff that you can do. So let's take a quick look. To follow the campaign is very easy. You just hit this up the top right. We've got the gold exclamation.
Guys, does it come out in 40 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes?
Mark. Gold one is the main campaign, purple is going to be dailies, and blue is going to be side quests. So when I talk about daily things that you want to do at reset, on top of that, you do want to work on your weeklies, but just playing the game will get you through these weeklies. This is not a big thing to complete. Just play the game and you'll be fine. So like I said, do those daily things, then follow the quest chain. Then you can start doing things like side missions. You can
Somebody said that this UI is very much copied homework from Genshin Impact. Bro, if you think that Genshin Impact did anything original with their menus, you have never played a video game before.
See a lot of things. You can hunt chests, you can do whatever. Just keep in mind, if you are playing at the very
sorry, you've never had a cell phone before.
Launch of the game, there is going to be a quest cap on the main storyline, and there also is going to be a level cap. That's what we're basing it off of, the CN version and also the test version of the game.
Not gonna lie, the world looks pretty much like a Genshin clone, right? It seems like most of the game, the menus though, that's mobile. We give the credit to the phones. But yeah, no, this game definitely does look Genshin as fuck. Like, basically the entire way you traverse the world, kind of the idea of a mix of puzzles and combat. It does seem like it's very Genshin-esque. Are you going to join Techie's Guild?
The game. So if you notice that you are level capped, I believe it's level 18 from the test version. If you're level capped at level 18, you don't want to go opening all the chests around the place because those chests give experience and you don't want to waste that experience. However, there are other things that you can do. For instance, if we go over here to something like the dandelions over there, you can see those. When you shoot those, you're going to... they're going to detach and you can actually get summons from them.
That is a Genshin
those are
puzzle.
Not, because they're not the open chests, they don't actually give experience. So you can still feel free to do things like those. On top of that, there's things like the mushrooms that you can jump on. There's all these other little puzzles that you can get summons from around the place. For instance, the plants that you can, throw a little robot into and you get a summon out of them. Those things that don't give experience, you can feel free to go around and do. But if you are level capped, just avoid opening the solid chests because they do give some good experience. On the other hand, the green chests that you see around the place, feel free to go ahead and collect them because they do spawn and keep randomly spawning, and if someone else on your server grabs them, they will be gone. So if you don't take it, you're just losing out essentially. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be the ruins. Now, these are these big spire things. They're going to be around the map. And the key thing I want to talk about is the first 3 of them because you really want to do them because those are going to be important for getting you into different puzzles and getting more summons and stuff like that. So you want to do all the ones on the initial map because those are going to be important ones. There's going to be this one down here, this one which you force through in a tutorial, and this one over here. Reason being...
Bro, this straight up... looks like Genshin so far. It looks like Genshin, but with potentially less interesting combat. That's what I'm worried about. It doesn't matter if you hated Genshin. It doesn't matter if you didn't like wishing for Genshin. The combat in Genshin Impact is fucking good. It is so good. The combat in Genshin is so good. If this game doesn't have good combat, I'll be very upset.
You're going to get some very useful things from them. So if we go over here and we take a look at relics, the things we're going to get here, the first one's going to...
You know what this game looks a lot like to me? It looks like Genshin with an Arcanite skin on it. Doesn't this look a lot like Arcanites? The combat is very good. Combat is better than Genshin. That's what everybody is telling me, but I need to see it. Devious, would I be playing it if it wasn't? I think that's the better question. This might be a really
the missile
good
barrage,
gacha.
which is not too bad. It gets you a couple extra summons through rocks that you've got to blast. The other 2 are the Strange Cube and the Omnium Hand Cannon. Now, the reason you want to get these 2 is that
on the combat looks less annoying than Genshin. What is annoying about Genshin Impact's combat? What is it? What is annoying about Genshin Impact's combat? Seriously, what annoyed you? I thought the only thing that was annoying about Genshin's combat was it was too easy. They didn't put in like real challenges, like ever. Like, I hope this game has some real PvE challenges.
Second island, there'll be some statues that you've got to blow like the ball off of the statue to get inside and get to a summon. So those are going to be very helpful for that. The Omnium Hand Cannon is going to be another puzzle where you'll go around the place and you'll sometimes see 2 or 3 pillars, and then there'll be a circle on the ground that has like a logo on it. And what you got to do is you got to shoot the Omnium Hand Cannon at that, and it's going to raise a pillar, and then it's going to unlock a summon for you. So you really want to do those 2 on the first map before you like leave into the second zone, because you're going to need those 2 things to get all the summons around the second zone. Next up, I want to go into the character panel and just take a look at what we've got over there. So if we go over here and we take a look, we've got our weapons. Now, weapons are very simple. We've got different type of resonance effects.
No, guys, I've decided that, after all of these years, I'm going to completely change how I play video games for this one. Yep. Probably not going to spend a single cent. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think about that? Maybe I just don't spend a single cent this time around?
effects that you can get. Basically, depending on the weapons you have equipped, you can get different benefits. So if you've got a tank, a DPS, and a healing weapon, you'll get these benefits, which are more balanced. If you've got double tanks, you get more aggro, you get less damage taken, and you shatter heavier. If you've got more 2 DPS, you're going to do higher damage. If you've got 2 healing weapons, you're going to do more healing. And they've got bigger effects in team play, but that is essentially what you're looking at. Now, with your weapons, SRs can be very useful at the start of the game. I wouldn't go much past level 50 with the SRs, because once you get to certain levels, you've got to use these consumables to augment them, and these become very scarce. So you really want to, you don't want to just be putting together every weapon that you find and leveling it up. Obviously, if you want to just to test it, like, it's up to you, but you really want to try and narrow down on the 3 weapons that you want to focus on early game and just level those ones up, because if you start spreading your resources, you'll find that you're going to struggle to level your main weapons up further. So don't spread yourself too thin on these weapons. Focus on a couple, and that's pretty much.
So here's the thing that I'm imagining right now. I'm imagining that globally, a lot of these weapons were already released, right? Globally, there's probably a shitload that have already been released. They're probably going to slow roll release them over time, right? If you're a whale, it don't matter if you level them. That is so wrong. You could not be more wrong. Dude, people who say that have no idea how gachas work most of the time. For most gacha games, if you're a whale, your resources still matter in the game. There are some gachas where you can outbuy them. Now, you might know more about the game than me, and you might be right. Maybe you can buy the resources like this to level up your weapons, but I doubt that it's this way. Watch a vid where it was a 1v1 fight and the dude said it evens your level and damage. Okay, so this is what I understand so far from PvP. It levels off all of the weapons, so dupes don't matter in PvP, but it still matters to get the weapon in the first place, right? So let's say that, like, this weapon right here is like one of the best weapons in PvP. If you don't have it, you will be affected pretty negatively in PvP. You're going to have a tough time because you don't have it. But if you're a whale and you have 30 of these weapons, which somehow made you better in PvE because of passives or some shit like that, you'll be shit stomping PvE, but it won't affect PvP. But you still have an advantage because you have the weapon. Now, the thing that makes the game look good is that if you're free to play, it looks more like Lost Ark. Like, you'll have access to pretty much all of those things over time. But I'm not sure, right? Like, I'm not sure yet. I still have to play the game. Diablo Immortal didn't look that bad at first. Yo, Paul, thank you very much for the tier 1.
Where you want to sit. Next up is the backpack. Now, when we go over here to equipment, we've got equipment that we can get. So I can equip this one. And what I want you to take note of is when we're enhancing here, there's 2 types of enhancing. There's advancement, which we can't do with the white gear, but there's this enhancing that consumes these little vials or whatever they're called. Don't be afraid to do these. Spread them.
Give me a 1 in chat if you think that this game's going to be pay to win as fuck. Out of curiosity, put a 1 in chat if you think it is going to be pay to win as fuck. I'm assuming that you guys are probably right, but it seems like pretty much everybody thinks it's going to be pay to win. There are a few people who don't. I think the assumption, I think PvE is going to be pay to win, and I think the PvP is going to be really good. Which is sick. I love pay to win PvE. Holy shit, does it get me hard. I don't know what it is about pay to win PvE, but it gives me, like, I get rock solid. There is nothing that I like more than just being like, shut up, stupid computer, and just giving it money. And then you, like, kind of lost because you spent so much money on nothing, but then you kind of won because you get dopamine. Haha, only Rich would say that. No, dude, it's fucking true, man. I love when a challenge is put in front of me and I go, I already beat it. I already beat it. Here's my resume.
Welcome back to Tower Fantasy. In today's video, we're going to be going through who you should reroll for. If you want an actual reroll guide on the reroll process, it takes about 20 minutes. I'll leave a link to the video in the description. You can check that out if you want to reroll. Now, in this game, if you don't want to reroll, don't. Pretty much. It's not really a necessary, even close to necessary thing. Next up, I am recording this before the global launch, so if things change, I will leave it in a pinned comment. The reason I'm recording it before is because I will be streaming from the launch of the game. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop by stream. I'll be streaming here on YouTube, and you can ask any questions that you have. Next up, I will refer to the weapons because ideally you're really summoning for weapons and you get a skin with that weapon. So I will be referring to weapons often as the character skin that you get with them because it's easier to say, for instance, Shiro instead of Chakram of the Seas. And it's just easier to identify weapons by the characters that they come with as opposed to the weapon name themselves. So that is a disclaimer. I know it gets confusing, especially for people coming from Genshin and stuff like that. The next thing is, if you've seen a character around that you really like the gameplay of, go for that character. Have fun. It's a game. We're meant to have fun, not just follow stupid metas. So that would be my number one recommendation. I'm the perfect example. I know that Shiro is not rated very highly by just about anyone, but she is the one I want the most. I like the chakrams, I like the gameplay, I like her abilities and the burst potential for shattering and stuff like that. I like Shiro, so I'm gonna go for Shiro even though she's not meta. So have fun.
I play the game to have fun. Giga Chad.
Number one priority.
Hey, I don't do that though. I don't do that.
Next up, the cool thing about rerolling in this game is you don't have to have one specific character that you're rerolling for because we have a select ticket. So, you can have like 2 to 3 characters in mind. If you got 2 that you're happy with and 1 you must have.
Wait, is this not the Luke? Dude, it's literally the Luke. This looks like fucking, this just looks straight out of Inazuma too. This is literally fucking the Luke, man. You cannot tell me that that's not fast the Luke. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, dude, it's not the Luke. It's not the Luke. It's not Eula. This is Eula. It's Eula.
You can reroll until you get one of the 2 that you're happy with and use your select summon on the one that's a must have. Now, I recommend waiting till you go to your 80 pity, not just the 30 pity, so you can have 2 characters summoned or 2 weapons summoned and then use your use your select ticket. But you don't have to be rerolling for one specific character, which is nice. On top of that, people ask all the time about rerolling for Nemesis. I don't see it as viable. I think it would be an absolute nightmare to try and get that many dark crystals per reroll to try and get her. She doesn't have the 30 pity. You're probably going to spend an hour to get 10 summons and you'll probably get nothing in reroll and you'll spend an infinite amount of time doing it. If you're super hardcore, go nuts. But I'm not making a guide for that. I don't think it's really viable. So let's get into who we have available. Now, like I said, at Global, we're certain that we are going to have for tank options, Meryl and Huma. For healing options, we got Coco and Zero. And then for DPS options, we got Crow, King, Samir, Shiro, and Tsubasa. Now, we may end up with Claudia and Cobalt B, maybe even Frigg. We don't know, but I'm not going to include those guys in this one because I don't feel that we are going to have them straight off the bat. But if we do, then obviously if you like them, go for them. Those 3 are all going to be really strong characters in the game. So if they are there at launch, they're not bad options at all if they're the type of character that you want to go for. So first off, let's look at tanks. So tanks, you've got Meryl and Huma. If you want to main a tank, those are the only 2 tanks in the game, so you're going to probably want to get both of them. We do have the SR tank, who is actually really decent, but will end up getting outclassed by actual tanks in the game, by SSR tanks in the game. So, if you want to dead set want to be a tank, which isn't really necessary early on, unless you're really going to focus on group play and, raids and stuff like that. If you want to be a tank, get one of the 2. And then if you don't get the other one by the time you get to your 80 pity or 30 pity, however you want to play it, get the other one. Very, very simple. If you want to be a healer, now this is where things change up because we do have the Nemesis exclusive banner.
Bruh, I ain't spending $50,000 on this game to be a healer. Wait, Nemesis is the best one and it's a healer? Okay, never mind. I take my word.
So, if you're getting Nemesis and you want to be a healer, I would get Nemesis and then choose who you want, Coco or Zero. Coco's more healing focused, raw healing. Zero's more shields and buffs. So whichever one you want to pair with Nemesis, you can re-roll for one of them or you can get them from your select ticket, which leaves you with a spare option. So if you want to be a Nemesis healer, the other options you can go for are maybe something like Samir, because she pairs really well with Nemesis as a lightning partner. You could go something like even Shiro, even though she's not the greatest unit, she does help buff your team's damage, and she is a light shatter option for you. So,
bro, I love that. This is the best thing about any gacha game with content creators. This guy right here, I already know he's a Shiro simp. I literally already know. It does not matter which content creator you are watching. They always overly shrimp for one character, bro. He told us, yes, but you can see it with everything. He's like, he's gonna weave it into everything. It's every single gacha. It's every single gacha, man. And that's like, that is one of the things that I love about gacha games so much, because it reminds me of old school World of Warcraft. It really does. It really does. Because back in the day, you're like, that's a warlock player. I can tell by how he talks. That is a warrior right there. I fucking like that, man. I fucking like that.
Something like those two, or you can pretty much go for anyone you want. But like I said, Samir would probably be the number one, because you are running Nemesis anyway. Why not make use of that resonance, giving extra damage to Samir? And that's the way I would play it. So if you want to be a healer and you don't want Nemesis, reroll for Coco or Zero and get the other one from your select ticket. Okay, so now for DPS people.
Oh, so
and
it's
if you don't have
tickets. So so the pity is basically Guardians of Guardian Tales. It's Guardian Tales pity rules.
A favorite DPS, you're like, dude, just tell me what I should go for to, have a safe start and just enjoy the game. I would say either go for King or Samir and get the other one on your select ticket. Reason being, like Samir, I think, is just the most user-friendly, enjoyable learn the game character that there is, and she's also very strong and viable at the start of the game. She's got high charge, she's got great AoE, she can jump up in the air and do this helicopter, she puts her legs up and she avoids a bunch of damage. She's the first character I played, and the experience playing with her was fantastic. It just felt really smooth and user-friendly, awesome. Essentially. Plus, she does really good damage. And she has Vault Resonance with Nemesis, so if you're going for Nemesis, even better. Then we have King. King is like the king of shattering shields. He's got massive, massive shatter. He does a lot of aerial damage he wants to be doing. And then he can also burn enemies after he shatters the shield and deal some more massive damage of 1-star. So King is just a really good DPS as well. I don't like King in PvP as much, but for PvE, he is fantastic. And early game PvP, until we get more units in, he's probably going to be not too bad in PvP for most people. But those two, if you get one of those two and then get the other one from your select ticket, you're going to be in pretty good stead. Now, the other DPS options we have are Crow, Shiro, and Tsubasa. Now, I'll give you an example of what I'm doing in my rerolls. At the start...
Wait, you guys told me what? You guys told me to go for King, Nemesis, and who else? Shamir? Wait, was that the one with the purple guns?
I said, I like Shiro, I want to get Shiro. So for me, I want to play as a DPS, because who wants to heal? True. So I'm going to play, I want Shiro and Samir, and then I'm going to summon for Nemesis. So that will be my team. So because I'm going to summon for Nemesis, I want to summon on my rerolls either Samir or Shiro, and then I'll pick the other one up from my select ticket. Easy done. I'm happy. Away I go. I've got the characters I want. I'm going to have fun. That's all that matters. Now, like I said, Shiro's more of a supportive kind of shatter. She's got an awkward playstyle, but I really like it. She can have some control. In PvP, if you can get someone trapped in her ability, you can really melt them, and you can really melt shields if you play it right as well. So I like Shiro for that. The other options you have are Tsubasa and Crow. Now, Tsubasa, I think, is fantastic. She's an ice bow user. If you like bows and you like range, I think you'll definitely enjoy Tsubasa. When you start getting star-ups into her, she starts playing as a dodge shoot, so she's going to be doing like dodge, attack, dodge, attack, dodge, attack, because she fires these charged arrows. Her ability is on a low cooldown, which is really nice and fun, and it's also like another dodge with firing 3 arrows, so she has good she has a lot of mobility in her kit, and she's got a bow. Two things that I really like. So Tsubasa is really cool, but I just fell to Shiro for my option because I just can't look past Shiro. And then the other option is Crow. Now, Crow is going to be one for people that, like, if you want to play Crow, you want to go all in on Crow, you want to get his stars. He's going to be like that technical character where I think he's going to be really rewarding if you get good at his playstyle. I tried for a little bit. I didn't like it myself, but he's going to be doing using aerial attacks and want to be behind enemies at all time. And then he can deal some massive damage. He does have that synergy with Nemesis as well. But when you compare Crow to Samir, Samir is just so much more user-friendly and just better for new players who don't know what they want. I would definitely recommend Samir. And then as you go through the game, if you want a bit more of a challenge on playstyle and stuff like that, then you can look at Crow. But Crow, if you don't know what you want, I probably wouldn't recommend Crow. However, if you see Crow and you're like, I like these high skill type characters with cool, cool mechanics and stuff like that, then Crow is definitely one to go for. So hopefully that covers it. That's pretty much every character and when you should reroll for them, what you want to do. Like I said, number one thing is having fun. So pick a character you like, have some fun, and away you go. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.
Okay, so this is Meryl, aka Eula. I guarantee you Techie wishes for this one, and he's gonna make up some excuses. You're gonna be like, dude, look, dude, I love playing with the boys, dude. Oh, dude, I absolutely love playing with the boys, dude. So, dude, I'm gonna play tank, dude. It's fucking sick. I'm gonna play tank, dude. It's gonna be great, dude. And, Meryl, your best tank in the game, dude. So, dude, yeah, I'm gonna get Meryl, dude. And really, he's just gonna pick Meryl because she has big tits. It's as simple as that. And he's gonna 100% buckle the fuck down and say he's trying to play tank because he likes to play with his friends and he loves his friends, and he's literally gonna pick he's gonna pick Meryl for tits. Wow. Meryl looks really good, playing on Wait, Meryl kinda looks sick. Can I play Meryl? That was literally the Eula ult. Was that actually the Eula ult, dude? Wait, was that actually the Eula ult? Just tell me the fucking truth. Was that the fucking Eula ult, dude? That was actually the Eula ult. So, out of curiosity, guys, can you have it so each weapon has a different skin on? Can you do it like that? Like, so like, if I switch between the weapons, don't think so. Okay, so basically I pick a skin and that's the character I'm playing. So I could have this as my skin and I could play Samir, Nemesis, and King. And then the weapon will change in my hand. Dude, Samir looks like so much fun. I'm gonna play a shitload of Samir. Samir looks like Samus, like Zero Suit Samus. Yo, thank you very much. She looks too easy for my taste. Honestly, you can't tell that until you actually play it, in my opinion. But that's what's good about this game, right? You don't like to play it. As long as you have a credit card. It's all going to be about how the weapons interact with each other. Like, nobody thought that, you look at Goro in fucking Genshin. You look at Goro. Goro's not that cool if you're playing Goro by himself, but he feels really fucking good with Ito. Did that viewer just slut shame Samir? Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. I'm very sensitive to slut shaming. We don't do that in my household. There are no elemental interactions. Yeah, it seems like there's stagger interactions. Right? Like there's like shield breaks and stuff like that. I will remain interested in this game if the weapons actually interact with each other in really cool ways. If they don't, I'll get pretty intimidated. If like combining different characters together, Tsubasa was boring as fuck, by the way. Tsubasa was really boring, but he was really good as like an alt weapon, just to like leave down like the pack. Is Tsubasa good? She was nerfed. Dude, Shiro does seem very playable. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that Shiro skin? Wait, so there's a second version of Shiro? Are there two versions of Shiro? Is that how it works? Every character. Okay, so every character has a... Is that a separate weapon, though? Like, is SSR Shiro a completely different character, essentially? Or is it just a skin? Like, does this have a separate weapon, too? It's the same weapon, okay. Just a skin for the third dude, okay. Dude, holy shit, Shiro does look really cool. Wait, Shiro looks cool as fuck. Wait, am I a Shiro too? Hey guys, look at Chi-Chi. How much longer do we have? 40 minutes about. Dude, thank you. Thank you for that raid. Hi, everybody. I'm about to weave the fuck out and spend a lot of money on that game. Yay. Oh my god. What is that sound? Dude, what the heck is that sound? What is that from? Vegito, what did you do? Vegito. Can I fire Vegito, guys? Okay, this character looks terrible. This character does not look good to me. Okay, so Crow is like absolute ascendant weeb form. Oh my god, look at that.
Yes. With my blade I shall strike from the shadows. You won't hear me coming, but you shall feel my wrath. I've been planning this attack for years. Funny that you didn't see this one coming.
Oh my god, he tips the door after he attacks. Dude, he looks pretty cool. You know the thing about this game that actually makes it look good to me? It's the particle effects. The particle Survirus, dude, thank you for literally keeping this stream on. You're everything to me. Thank you. The particle effects, they got like enough glitter and pop to them, but it's not like fake. Sometimes you can tell when there are uninteresting particle effects in a game, they'll put too much rainbow on it. And that's how they make people think it's going to be good. This one has enough pop to just make it spicy. Somebody said, Rich, did you know there are 2 boob sliders? I don't care about stuff like that. I'm here for gameplay. Okay, I think I'm gonna roll for the Claudia skin. I don't think I'm gonna play Claudia, but I might be a Claudia main as far as skins are concerned. Maybe I go for the Shiro skin? Dude, she looks pretty fun. I keep it real, I'm gonna roll for everything. Somebody said Star of David slash. Did I miss something? Oh my god! Oh my god! I wanna attack with all the power of Judaism. Wait, oh my god, shalom, brother. Wait, I need to wish for her. Yo, I gotta, finally, a game that represents me. I got the Moil. Close cut. Fuck, I wanna play it, I wanna play it, I wanna play it, I wanna play it. Oh, did I click on a Genshin Impact video? Why am I watching the Luke gameplay? So King is supposed to be pretty good, right? You want to know my favorite thing about this game? This is the most weeb shit ever. I like how they attack in the air. Like, that's just some weeb shit that always works. It's just like, yeah, I like how they melee attack midair. I think that's pretty cool. Dude, that's just some weeb shit, bro. That is heroin for weebs. It's like, oh, yeah. No, it's just a simple attack, but it's in the air. Ha, yeah, hi, ha, ha. It's just like, why is he floating? There's no reason for that character to be floating. It's just making inaudible grunts that somehow make the character levitate. It's the most weeb shit ever. It always works on me. And you know whose fault that is, actually? I think it's fucking Final Fantasy's fault. I think that they started it with, because they really made, I forget what it's called, but it's like, the game like almost like freezes when you hit super hard for a second. What's that called? Oh god, what is that called when they do that? I feel like it's Final Fantasy's fault. Hit stun. Yes. Yes, hit lag. Thank you, chat. What would I be without you guys? Oh my god, this is weeby as shit. This guy fights like Cyborg 009. Also, Devil May Cry. True. I feel like you guys feel like Devil May Cry or Final Fantasy made it more popular. There are a lot of games that do it now.
My name's Zero, because I feel empty on the inside. But I'll keep you alive. I believe in you.
Holy shit! His SSR skin looks so fucking cool! Dante's Inferno did it. Dude, do you guys remember that game? Fuck, what was that called? Outsiders? Is that what it's called? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Back to hell. Only darkness every day. Darksiders, that's what it's called. Darksiders. Dude, the Zero skin is actually super sick. Damn, I wish Zero was good. He kind of looks fun. I can tell that he's one of the characters that looks like fun, and then you play him and you're like, it looks like a lot of fun, but I guarantee it's not, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? He's an earthbender, true. He's like a tech earthbender. Check Insta DMs? No, dude. What on earth are you sending me? That is, I just sent you a dick pic energy.
Check Insta DMs.
I promise it's cool, man. I promise. Just take a look. Human looks okay. It's not true, Lysander. Do we think we'll be playable on time? Yeah. I'll be playable soon. DMCA strikes. Imagine this game not getting in trouble, but we got in trouble for fucking music on a fucking hip hop channel. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. gonna keep it plain. That animation's sick. I feel so relaxed and safe.
Coast Guard
that's
pissed.
A real man.
The Coast Guard pissed.
Here, man.
Coast Guard
what
pissed.
A real man.
Coast Guard
Reel
pissed.
me in, man.
Coast Guard
I
pissed.
wish I was the
Coast
guy
Guard
on your
pissed.
line.
Coast Guard
but
pissed.
instead, I just
Coast Guard
motherfucking
pissed.
cry. Alone at night, wish I could be your little spoon.